try! France have got the try! What a try for France!
Green was a striker, not a right winger.
Oh, Bruno! Oh, it's 4-2. Lewandowski's got a hat-trick too, and it's in! And RB Leipzig have scored! Oh, and he has! He has as well! Oh! Did he went in? He crept in!
Hey, who? Not John. I don't think it's John. Oh, it's Hoppy, didn't it's
32-30! Oh my god! Wow! Oh, take a bow. I'm standing up.
Hello there, welcome to Let's Talk Sport. We're back again for more football watch-alongs. Today we've got Arsenal women versus Chelsea's women in the FA Cup final. Should be a good one on paper, both really dominant teams so far. Arsenal haven't lost since October against Barcelona 4-1, and Chelsea haven't lost a game since, well, playing Arsenal earlier on in the season. So this should be a really good watch. Both sides somewhat becoming dominant in their respective leagues, pulling away from even the likes of Manchester City, who were having a difficult season, but this final should be a really good one. Both teams coming through to the final having conceded a combined amount of goals of, well, one goal between them both. So both winning their respective semi-finals 3-0. Chelsea beat Birmingham, Brighton, and Everton in the process to the final. Oh, and London City Lioness. Whereas Arsenal beat Gillingham, Crystal Palace, Tottenham, and Brighton. So yeah, it should be a good match, this one. Kickoff is planned for 3 o'clock. And I think it's going to be just a bit later than that, but we should get underway anytime soon. So for Arsenal, starting in goal is Imberger, and then you've got Marriott, Wubben-Moy, Beattie, Catley, Watley, and Kim Little captaining them, along with Manon Mead, Miedema, and McCabe. For Chelsea, it's Berger in goal, Bright, Carter, Eriksson at the back, Eriksson being captain, Cuthbert, Ingle, Leopolds, Wright and Kirby, Kerr, and Fleming. So now they have the FA Cup final on the 50-year anniversary, if I'm not wrong, of the first Women's FA Cup final, and also when they were allowed to play again. I've forgotten. I did look this up just before why this date is significant, but it's something to do with when women were finally allowed to play or they weren't allowed to play. There's something along those lines I need to check up. Yeah, you see, apologies there. I got my information mixed up, and I should have made sure of it before going on air. So Arsenal, who have won this cup most times, 11 in total. Chelsea haven't won it only twice, looking for their third. Oh, sorry, 14 titles for Arsenal. There's a bit of a rush to get this stream ready, so I do apologise. There are a few facts that I didn't manage to look up just in time. And so 1 minute to kick off now, should be underway anytime soon. Don't know what's happening here now. Fortunately, my stream has stopped, so great. Not good for everyone, is it? So it looks like Arsenal going for a 4-3-3, whereas Chelsea are opting for their standard 3-4-3. Should be a good tactical battle between these two sides. So we're just a bit past the kickoff time. I think it should be on the way anytime soon. So in the league, Arsenal are just 1 point ahead of Chelsea and score it with 22 points. Chelsea with 21. All that after 8 games. Chelsea have only lost 1 this season in the league, whereas Arsenal haven't lost any, but they've drawn against Tottenham, which is why they are only 1 point clear. There we go. Get my words right. Okay. Patiently waiting for kickoff and taking a knee just before the match in their stance against racism. And we're off. Instantly Chelsea trying to apply pressure onto Arsenal, and balls in the ball from Zinsberger. Arsenal still in possession though. On a nasty tackle here by Cuthbert. Is she going to get a yellow card instantly within the first minute? No, it's just going to be a warning. Could have. Left a bit in on that challenge. And Zinsberger with the ball here. Kerr trying to apply pressure. Out to Catley. She doesn't manage to get out of her own final third. Cross coming here from Leopolds. And Wrighting just couldn't get right head on that. Shaky start from Arsenal here. Trying to play out of the back. Chelsea just applying too much pressure for them, and when the ball does come out, it's not really to an Arsenal player. So who do we think are favourites to win this one? Is it who's going to win? Who's going to lift the trophy, basically? And instantly here, Arsenal look to try getting in, but there's no one in the box, and Berger can catch that ball easily. Upfield now. And Fleming getting possession here. Kerr trying to lay it off here for... Oh, it's 1-0 already. Kirby. And Arsenal were all over the place here defensively. Fleming initially takes the ball down. Kerr does well to keep the ball alive around 2 Arsenal defenders, and Kirby can just run through that defence in on goal. Too much of an easy goal to concede there from Arsenal. And 1-0 already. And yeah, poor from Arsenal here. So Beattie has to do better to get the ball away. Kerr creates havoc in that Arsenal backline. And it looks like it's Valti who just can't really clear the ball properly. And then Moritz is just too far from Kirby to cover for those centre-backs. And a bit of an easy goal there for Chelsea, but Arsenal will be disappointed. So Kirby with the goal already. Very, very fast start from Kirby. Kirby, who's got 6 goals and 5 assists in her 8 Women's Super League games this season. Talk about all these Chelsea players, but there are so many of them that are just phenomenal this season. If you take the likes of Kirby, Fleming, all pitching in with goals. Ahmad saying, where can I watch the stream? It depends which country you're in. So, while this is taking place, the Women's Super League, or the Women's League Cup took place today. Blackburn beating Sheffield in that one. Manchester United drawing with Leicester. And Sunderland losing 7-0 to Aston Villa. Everton currently 0-0 between them and Durham at half-time. Yeah, it was a good finish from Kirby. They're just showing the replay again and does everything right. And it looks like Kerr is receiving treatment here for not sure what. An injury problem already, and that's going to be not costly for Chelsea. That could change the whole game already within 1 minute. Within 1 minute, within 5 minutes. Slurring here. Arsenal here with BT. Tries getting upfield. And it's Leopolds who manages to win it back and coming upfield forces the foul from BT. And the pressure there from Fleming. Gets Chelsea the ball back, and Kirby plays it into Kerr, and Kerr gets the shot away. Right, the keeper there. Oof, that looked like a very nasty foul there. Very nasty foul. Going Chelsea's way, though. I think, was that Beth Mead? Can't see it properly. But great chance for Kerr there. Lackluster from Valti again, and Kirby and Kerr just play it past Arsenal's centre-back pairing, and Kerr in front of the goalkeeper should probably place that better. She is stumbling while she takes the shot, but even she would be expecting to make the goalkeeper work a bit more for that. And already 6 minutes in, it's a great chance for Chelsea to take the lead. Yeah, that challenge just after that shot was between Mead and Eriksson. Looking at the challenge, you'd have thought Eriksson would be the worse off, but it's Beth Mead who's had to receive treatment and is currently on the sideline. She'll be wanting to get back on as soon as possible. Okay. And I'm throwing here for Chelsea. Yeah, couldn't keep it in play. Goes out for a goal kick. Pressure there from Moy is good enough to make sure that there's no danger on their goal. Steve Salker saying, come on, Gunners. Gunners fan? It's looking worrying at the beginning of this game. Chelsea have had one clear-cut chance taken and one clear-cut chance that they didn't manage to put away. throw in here for Arsenal. Just near the middle of the pitch. Manning gets it. Looks like Chelsea have managed to just maintain dominance in that possession. That's not a good sentence. Arsenal just can't play out from Chelsea's pressing. It's worrying, and maybe add another body in midfield to get on the ball properly. Chelsea will win, just have awesome chemistry, and they stick together for years now. Well, it's clear as well, and they press in such a ruthless fashion that it's hard to play against. McCabe just skipping past a few Chelsea players there. Wrighton trying to get the tackle in here on one of the Arsenal players. Just put it down 1 in 5 minutes. 11 past 1 in Australia. So watching from Australia. So a gunner, but yeah, don't mean to sound a bit not cliche, but two of them are just too simple. But the Australian player, or the main, how do I say it? The most popular Australian player at the moment, Sam Kerr, or one of the most popular, is playing for Chelsea. Then again, you have got Stephanie Catley as well for Arsenal. So yeah, a couple of Australian players. Jamie Davis saying he's watching from the press box. Yeah, we've got dear Jamie Davis, who is at Wembley himself. It's a good man there. Arsenal have the throw here. And White deals with Cuthbert, sorry. Not White. Cuthbert manages to clear it away. Instantly, 10 minutes gone, and Chelsea are just completely dominant in this game. And Weltley getting it back now to Wubben-Moy. Kerr putting the pressure on here and manages to put out for an Arsenal throw. Need to learn how to pronounce some of these names properly, like Wubben-Moy. It's either Chelsea or Chelsea. Come on, girls. Well, yeah, I think if you're saying Chelsea are favourites, I wouldn't go against you. Is Beth Mead still on? By the looks of it, I've not seen her be taken off. She was sidelining and she was walking, so I think Beth Mead is still on. Yeah, but I've just seen her. She's still on the pitch. But it was a nasty tackle there. She swings her foot around. Was it Eriksson? I think. Yeah, Eriksson. And both look like they could have been seriously hurt in that tackle. Beattie on the ball. Chelsea dominating. Yeah, Chelsea pretty much dominating. Arsenal probably have a bit more possession, but it's stale possession. Chelsea are just very direct when they get the ball. Oswald saying I follow women's football for years now, so I see how they play. Okay, it's good. I'm starting to get a bit more into it. I'll admit that I do watch more of the males game, and there's no particular reason, just a force of habit. Arsenal getting it forward here. Oh, and that's great play there from. I can't even see the screen properly. It's too blurry. Chelsea win it back here and look to break. Chelsea's coach Emma Hay used to coach in America and NWSL. Yeah, I heard she coached there. I'm not too aware of her work there, so I'd love to know what the Americans think of her, of Emma Hayes. However, Chelsea is more technical. Okay. Mead is still on. Yeah, sorry, Jamie. She's still on. Don't know if Jamie can hear me because he's working, so I don't assume he's got the volume on. And Catley's trying to go away, but Kirby wins it back. Kerr is in behind here, up against Wubben-Moy. Takes her on, and the crosses are unfortunately to no Chelsea player. Yeah, that Kerr should have done better there to try and find Kirby in the 6-yard box. Cuthbert here. It's back to Bright. Chelsea just trying to keep the ball in They're in yard. Ooh, Beth Mead wins it back. Sloppy from Carter there in possession, trying to take on the players there. Mead's passes eventually to no one, which is maybe a chance gone for them. Fleming in as well. Fleming is brilliant. I've seen her a few times playing. I love her pressing. Who scored for Chelsea? It was sorry, not Kerr. Kirby. There we go. In the 3rd minute. Harder still broken then. And Zinsberger, there we go. Clearing it for Arsenal. Little on the ball. Trying to wriggle into some space. Catley. Gets it out wide here from KB. Surrounded by Chelsea players and can't get a decent shot in. Got you on my earphones, Seb. Ha! Jamie. Cheeky. What is he doing? Are you doing stats today, Jamie? Are you doing... What's your job today at the final? Manum now getting it out wide. McCabe. Here to Medema. I say Medema, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Medema. Dutch name. Can't ever get a Dutch accent. I tried for years pronouncing Dutch names and I still never pronounced them right. Medema. And Arsenal win a corner here. Probably the closest they're getting to goal here in this last minute of play. Looks like the cross is going to come in from McCabe here. Emma Hayes brings in a team that is fast-paced in transition while combining technical abilities from the players. Counter-attacked quickly when winning the ball. Yeah, I can tell, and it's really impressive and organised. The ball isn't very well lifted by McCabe, but Arsenal don't get any players near the near post. Yeah, you can tell that Emma Hayes is a very intense way of playing, and it's fun to watch. I wouldn't say they always dominate possession. That's against teams like Arsenal or City, but they definitely have a ruthlessness about them. Tends to mostly possession based and too much lateral passing or passing back too slow. Yeah, I noticed that when Man City came up against Chelsea the other week, and that was pretty poor from City. There's no real intent with the ball. Maybe there's just a philosophical ideology that maybe now Man City teams have to play with possession. You consider how the men's team plays. I'm just making assumptions, but that could be the case. Arsenal getting up here, and Cuthbert just about gets the ball away. Awkwardly, though. Been a Chelsea fan all my life. Try watching the ladies on YouTube every time they play. They're good to watch, and they're really fun matches to watch as well. I know Chelsea scored earlier. Who's dominant in possession and shots right now? It looks like Arsenal have much more possession. Their centre-backs keeping it between themselves, and maybe one or two midfielders are getting on the ball for Arsenal, but it's mainly the defenders keeping the ball, and Chelsea just pressing. Great chance for Kirby now into Kerr, and poor shot. I thought she might have been offside there, but she probably needs to work the goalkeeper a bit better there. So Zinsberger making another crucial save. Okay, it has been whistled as offside. The flag has been raised. Maybe that was Kirby. No, Kirby looks to have stayed onside. Kerr is just centimetres offside. I think men's club side influence on women's club. That's not my point. I think that there could be some effect to how the men play, and vice versa. You know, there's maybe a club ideology. I'm not saying how the men play. I'm just saying that maybe it's a club ideology. But I'm being very presumptuous there. So, as I was saying, Chelsea probably playing the better of the two sides, but Arsenal have much more possession. Again, not very useful their possession, given that they can't really play out of their own half. McCabe trying to play it down the middle, and Little can't get a proper touch on the ball, and Chelsea recuperates it with Berger. Asking where can watch the game. It depends on which country you're in. I'm in Switzerland, so I'm watching it on Sky here. So yeah, Kirby with the shot. Great save by Zinsberger. Another great chance for Kirby, and already in the opening 18 minutes, Zinsberger's made 3 critical saves. Chelsea just playing it directly, long ball upfield. Kerr gets on the end of it. Bit sloppy defending from Arsenal. And I think Beattie could have given away a penalty there if play hadn't continued. As Kerr pulls the ball back, Beattie takes out Kerr in a sliding tackle. So it was Kirby who scored the goal. It's better to say a name, Medamar. There we go. That sounds better. Contain Vivian, Chelsea would have easier time winning. Listen to 2 feeds. She's the most deadly player in the FA WSL. So as it stands, Vivian does seem to be contained. I mean, she's probably touched the ball about twice from what I've seen. So not really getting on the ball. Again, this goes down to Chelsea pressing really high and Arsenal unable to play out from the back. And I wouldn't say that there's been errors from Arsenal. It's just difficult to play against such a high pressing. Maybe the only error I can think of is Volti for Arsenal. On that first goal, I think she failed to clear the ball properly. As it stands, Arsenal not in this game. Steve, doing great. Thanks. It's nice to hear that. Cross coming in from McCabe there, and Berger deals with that simply. Don't like the use of the adverb there. She deals with it relatively well. And I think Arsenal are mainly relying on Catley and McCabe just getting space on the left-hand side to put in some crosses, but for the moment it's not really worked for them. Berger booting it upfield. Arsenal can't regain possession, and it's Carter back in possession. Daniel Peacock, I wonder who will win. I wouldn't have easily said Chelsea would win before the game, but now having seen 20 minutes, it looks like it's their game to lose. And Cuthbert here. Great work that from Manham to get the ball back, and Arsenal back in possession. And Little's got acres of space to run into here. She finds McCabe out wide. Comes back to Manham. The through ball goes to Berger, and Chelsea are back in possession. Again, it seems like Arsenal can't really get the ball into that final third properly. And I don't think that's solely down to lack of concentration. Chelsea are playing a pressing game quite well, and then defensively they've got a very good shape. Carter tries getting out wide to Cuthbert, but that has gone out for a throw-in for Arsenal. And the only weak link for Chelsea so far is Carter, really. Some mistakes from her, and maybe Arsenal could have capitalised a bit more on it, but as it stands, Chelsea are playing impeccably. Yeah, Neidveld is maintaining his composure as it stands. Gunners beat Chelsea first game of the series. Yeah, that's also why you could have assumed Arsenal would do something today. Beat them 3-2, so. But then would the home advantage mean anything there? Shot from Midmare that goes way off target. As Amar saying, let's go Lady Blue. Yeah, it looks like an offside there from Manham. Wasn't flagged by the official. In America and NWSL, defenders have to be fast because they face something like this all the time. Also, fun fact, most goalkeepers are 6 feet tall here. That is also a big factor, you know, the size of the goalkeepers. I guess in the men's game, a 6 foot tall... 6 foot tall goalkeeper is probably one of the smaller ones. And this is where Emma Hayes... was it Emma Hayes? There was someone who mentioned that in women's football the goals maybe should be smaller. Now, if anyone knows who said that, then I'd love to hear in the comments. Arsenal working it forward here quite well. Miedema, unfortunately, not getting past Carter there. You can turn the camera to the screen so you can watch the match. Gunners only won because of obvious offside. Okay, there. Good point. Where's official saying Arsenal? Arsenal are slowly getting on the ball in in Chelsea's half a bit more, but I think Chelsea are comfortable defending in this position. Yep, and Chelsea couldn't hit a barn door. I'll say their shooting hasn't been great today. Kirby on the edge of the box. What a save. Great save again. Zinsberger reaching down to a bottom left. Steve saying, what a stupid comment, offside. I think there's going to be war in the chat here. Zinsberger is keeping Arsenal in the match. Was not expecting this early on. Well, she's made, I think, 4 important saves at this point. Beth Mead said something about smaller goals. Okay. Thank you. Getting the names confused there. The corner comes in here for Chelsea. And the header goes off target there from Kirby. Oh no, that was Eriksson. Apologies. Chelsea could regret not having finished this game off when they should have. Poor marking there from Arsenal to Eriksson get a free header in the box. And BT now playing out to Wubben-Moy. Arsenal playing this ball deep in their own box, and Chelsea applying very light pressure. Ball goes forward there from Catley, and McCabe just about is too late to the ball and takes Berger out. Yeah, I think they're just looking for alternate solutions now, and Catley just whips it down the line. The ball just goes into the box, and Berger gets on the end of it. McCabe just about can't get there. Leaves in a little there for Berger at the end. Are you a Gunner supporter, says Alf. If you're asking me, that would be no. I'm not really a supporter of any team, so hard to say. It's Catley here. Chelsea, decent position again. Manon brings it back here to BT. BT to Zinsberger. And Chelsea have just sat off a bit. Maintaining their position. Good tackle there from England. Oh, okay. Foul it is to Arsenal. I thought she got the ball. BT gets it across to Catley. Arsenal just getting into Chelsea's half here. Poor ball there from Miedema. And Kirby's looking to break with care. Coming in support on the right. Gives it to Fleming. Can she get the shot? She can't get the ball out of her feet, and Arsenal just about can defend that. Not very well. I'll write in, apologies. Fleming. Great work there from Kerr to open up the space on the left for Wrighton, and Wrighton just doesn't put the ball in front of her enough and gets her feet muddled up and can't get the shot away. Big chance there for Chelsea. Unfortunate there. Eriksson throws it in here to Wrighton. Arsenal just about avoid that corner. Now it's Bright on the ball. Long upfield. Wrighton to Kirby. Emma Hayes did mention about reducing the size of the net because keepers are smaller, but clubs are pursuing taller and faster goalkeepers, so no point in reducing the goal. You could say that about anything. I mean, should the NBA higher the heights of basketball net? You know, at a certain point, do we modify the basic physics in the game because of the evolving humans that come into it? If you know what I mean. If we get taller, does that mean we have to change everything around it? Chelsea trying to get another cross in here. Floating, and it's just over hit. Goes out for an Arsenal goal kick. Decades ago, they only allowed 80 minutes game time because they believed women couldn't last long on the pitch and would die from exhaustion. I think that is a different matter. That's more of a sexist ideology rather than making it a different playing field for women. Whereas I don't see the point in changing the size of the goal. If everyone has the same size goal, it's still a fair game, right? Beth Mead getting on the ball for one of the rare occasions in this first half. Tries getting the cross in. Well defended there. Goes out for a corner. So Arsenal's second corner of the game. Can Arsenal craft a decent chance from this? Ball goes in. Again, it's a very low floating cross, but Arsenal don't get any players near the near post. And Walty swings it in. Not really to anyone, but McCabe tries making the most of it. And Chelsea look to break here. Right, and just slows it down. Arsenal back in possession and defence. And Kirby is making sure that it's not going to be an easy day for Beattie and Wubben Moy. Those two at the back are currently struggling with that pressure. Fleming trying to put pressure on Wubben Moy. And Manham just keeping possession there. Arsenal keeping it in their own half. So 31 minutes in, 1-0 to Chelsea. As it stands in this FA Cup final, Chelsea have regained possession. Kirby here, can she get a decent shot away? It's always going to be tough for her there in that position. Arsenal looking to break here. Little taking on White. Well, not White, sorry, Bright. And Chelsea regain possession. Cuthbert to Kerr. Cuthbert again. Dribbles past Walty too easily. The crossfield ball is just too hard for Wrighton to recuperate. It should be said that I think both teams have been a bit sloppy. Chelsea have been sloppy in possession in Arsenal's final third. Arsenal conceding the free kick here. And Beth Mead looked livid with that decision. Arsenal has to do quick transition, 1-2 passes, long passes quickly before Chelsea defenders can recover or are able to score goals from set pieces and corners. It seems like Arsenal have... Oh, shot here from Bright. Goes wide. The volleyed shot from outside the box. It seems like Arsenal can only really play when they play quickly. When Chelsea are positioned, Arsenal can't find a way through. They found a way through when either Manham or Little has managed to turn quickly and get past that Chelsea line in midfield. And Mead Just keeping the ball on the edge, near the middle of the park. And Wubben-Moy, sorry. No real pressure from Chelsea. I think they're going to just be content going in at half-time with 1-0 up. Still being just over 10 minutes to play in this half. And Wrighton falls under the challenge from Wubben-Moy, and it's going to be a free kick. Lara saying can't watch it in Germany. Sky and Dazen doesn't have it over there. Well, I've got it, but I'm in Switzerland, so I don't know. And Carter in possession. To Ingle. All the way back to Berger. I think Chelsea would be deeply disappointed that they've only got 1 goal in this game. Arsenal looking to get the ball forward here, but again, no decent transition. Kim Little couldn't get on the end of that. Ooh. Looking over a few results. Okay, there we go. Why is there such a delay? Streaming is difficult. Much delay when I stream to YouTube. Ball in the air here near the middle of the park, and Chelsea just clear it towards Arsenal defenders. And Kerr's going to put Wubben-Moy under pressure. She's got the ball. Can she finish it off? Oh. Wasted chance from Kerr again there. Hits the bar. I have 35-42. And Kerr does well to get the ball in the box there and wasted chance. You could argue it touches her hand on the way through, or she does foul Wubben-Moy. It's another great chance for Kerr that just hasn't been able to take today any chances. And Catley here gets it to Miedema. Looks like she's fouled from Cuthbert, and Cuthbert automatically apologising, admitting the foul. Okay. Okay. Free kick in a dangerous position here for Arsenal. Just wide of the 16-yard box. Berger manages to deal with the cross. Decent in the end. Sam Kerr is known for blowing up chances. Yeah. But, you know, they're only 1-0 up against a very good Arsenal side, so will it come back to haunt them? Let Chelsea miss a bunch of passes so they get titled. Let's go Arsenal. Obviously, there's a dividing opinion, isn't it? If it wasn't for the mistake, Arsenal doing okay so far. I guess, yeah, but that being said, Chelsea have had chances, and a lot of them. So Arsenal aren't playing badly, but they are letting chances go through easily. Beattie in possession. Gets out to Catley. Plays it down to Mead. Mead, who's gone onto the left-hand side here. Hi, Brazil boy. Oh, so Ghislaine from Brazil. Nice to have you with us. Mead just about keeps it in play from the long ball from Zinsberger. Catley does well to get it past Cuthbert. Beth Mead back on the ball, up against Cuthbert. Down the byline. Cuthbert blocks it for a corner. It was well played from Arsenal. Quick transitions, managing to get in behind Chelsea. And 38 minutes gone. We're coming up to the half-time whistle. Arsenal want to get a goal back. If they do, Chelsea would shooting themselves in the foot. Had chances to kill this game off and haven't taken them. Mead gets it to Little from the corner. Catley, deep cross. Arsenal looking to get on the end of it. No one really goes for that ball despite 3 Arsenal players around it. Sam Kerr to score before half time all the way from Nigeria. Nice heavy cross comes in for Arsenal. Bright manages to clear it. And Kirby manages to clear it even further to the centre of the pitch. Falas Portugues, says Ghislaine. Brazilian speaking Portuguese, that is, of course. Arsenal back in possession here. Chelsea trying to absorb some of this Arsenal attack. Little gets out to Catley, to Beth Mead, and back to Little. Playing decent triangles here, Arsenal, and Catley's got space to cross this. Decent cross. Berger looks to come for it. Now it's Manum. Can't get the ball down while it's bouncing around in the 16-yard box, and Chelsea clear it. Beattie put under pressure by Kirby. And Arsenal can play this out calmly. Catley out wide again here to getting it down to Beth Mead. She's taking on Cuthbert, and Beth Mead looks automatically more comfortable. She's claiming a penalty. That looks like it does touch Cuthbert's arm as she goes in for the sliding tackle. Nothing given. Now Kim Little looking to go down that left hand side again. Tries getting the crossing. Cuthbert blocks it for a corner. And she's doing well recovering Cuthbert, but there is a clear weakness there that Beth Mead is trying to exploit already. I'm rooting for Chelsea because we're the better team. Gabby says Chelsea, let's go. We seem like we've got more Chelsea fans, and if you're asking me, I think that should be a penalty to Arsenal. I think it's a clear penalty to Arsenal, if anything. Doesn't touch any part of Cuthbert's body except for her arm, and to me that's a clear penalty. Corner here to Arsenal. Little to Mead. Mead gets the cross in. And Chelsea managed to get the ball away again, restricting Arsenal from any sort of shot. And Danielle saying Arsenal win 2-1. Ball's claimed, not impossible. Arsenal getting into this game. Catley with the throw. Nothing comes of it. And Leopold's losing it just outside a box here, and that's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Midma's enraged because she wants to continue playing. Nope, no VAR. Even for a final. I know, right? But Leopold's losing the ball there in a dangerous position. Can't get the ball out of her feet, and decent chance for Arsenal here. Arsenal getting robbed is a normal thing now. Because Arsenal don't get penalties, men or women. Okay. I'm not gonna fuel the conspiracy theories. Where's Jamie at? Says Gabby. Jamie's at the game. He is at Wembley right now. So it looks like it's Manum gonna tee it up here. Yeah, Amy's saying no penalty. I mean, it's shocking, isn't it? And no VAR, yeah. No VAR is quite mad. So Manum, it shocked me there. McCabe took the free kick, hit the wall. Chance gone for Arsenal. Bashir, I wish Arsenal win. Arsenal should learn to play in Chelsea's end. Well, they're doing it a lot better now. The chance here. He's got Little and Miedemar in the centre. The cross is too floated, and Chelsea can defend that easily with a bit more aerial presence. And now it's Wubben Moij taking it down back to Beattie and Zinsberger. And Beattie took it away from Zinsberger under pressure from Kerr, and that could have been an open goal chance there for the Australian. Chelsea should have had a penalty earlier. Arsenal should have had one now. Fair trade. Yeah. Are you talking about the challenge from Beattie on Kerr? Because if so, I do agree. Grut saying too bad he can't watch it in Sweden. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Arsenal really getting back into this game. Maybe finding their feet a bit too slowly in this match, but definitely in the last 10 minutes have been the better team. And the throw-in that goes to Manum goes out for a Chelsea throw-in. Ericsson to take the throw here. Kerr trying to flick it on. But Kirby was near the centre of the pitch and not near the sidelines. And looks like Catley's here in possession. Mead does well to draw the foul here. It looks like it's, I think that's Ingle who went in for that tackle on Mead. No, it's Cuthbert, and Cuthbert's been struggling since Beth Mead has changed to the left-hand side. And Arsenal, a free kick in their own half, but could have broken away. But Barcelona women's still scary. Sure, if Chelsea can handle them in the Champions League. I mean, Barcelona are without doubt the best team in the world at this point in time. So it's hard to compare, isn't it? I'm just looking through the comments. Arsenal looking to have a win against Chelsea in the Premier League. Replays or sign up to... Yep. Don't let this cup leave us like that. Come on, you Gunners, ladies, win, please. 3 minutes of added time here. So... 3 minutes for Arsenal to draw one back before the break. And if we're just looking at the poll right now, 59% of you think that it would be Chelsea lifting the trophy. Yeah, I know, it's Super League, not Premier League. I'm just paraphrasing the comments. Battle of Titans. As it stands, yes. Chelsea throw-in. I guess you mean Barcelona-Chelsea, right? Arsenal in Chelsea's half here. Can't really get the ball further up the field. Watley has lost it, and Kirby looks to break now. She's got Kerr in support on her left. She's getting it to it. Oh, it's too heavy, that pass. Another decent chance for Chelsea, and they haven't been able to make the most of it. Who do you support against, Seb? I don't support anyone. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? I just watch football. I hope Chelsea win. I need this for my health, yeah. If Chelsea scores goes up to 95%, should be 70%. Yeah, we. I guess the voting will be swayed depending on how the match is going. Berger in possession here and waiting for Mead to come to pick up the ball. Chelsea ladies have never lost to Arsenal ladies whenever they score first. It's also true that at the moment Chelsea ladies are the best female team in England. It's a fair point. I mean, I know the league says otherwise, but there's valid reason to think Chelsea are the best team in the country at the moment. On the pass from Wrighton is just too heavy there. And Chelsea again in the final third, not really capitalising on a decent chance. And Leopold's conceding the foul there. It looks like she got the ball. But Little will be happy there. She's a bit lacklustre while in possession. Chelsea winning this by 3-1. If we're taking a linear graph, how many chances, or rule of thumb, how many chances do Chelsea need to win this by 3 goals? Because they've had ample already. F1 this afternoon, yes, Kevin, and Jack should be on the channel. I don't know when that starts, but that is in the schedule, so make sure to check him out, do that. We're scoring an equaliser at the 47th minute. Well, it's the 48th minute, and that's half time. So 1-0 to Chelsea. Arsenal found their feet in the game a bit later on in the half, but still there was some good play from both teams. Arsenal really looked lacklustre at the beginning of the first half, obviously by conceding the goal as well, so early on in the 3rd minute. Kerr had ample opportunities to double the lead and failed to do so, one going on the bar. Then also an honourable mention should be given to Zinsberger, who has kept Arsenal in this game with many saves. So just to go over the stats, Arsenal have dominated possession, 60% to them, 40 to Chelsea. It's quite clear when you see that Arsenal have been keeping the ball in their defence, and then later on in the half brought the ball upfield a bit more. Just the pass in the final third that was lacking every now and then. They've had one attempt on goal and none on target, so that speaks volumes of how Chelsea defended, restricted Arsenal to no chances whatsoever. Whereas Chelsea have had 7 shots, 3 on target. And yeah, they should be more than 1 goal up, we're just looking purely on chances. Arsenal, they can continue like this, they can get back into the game, probably get just a bit better in that final third, find a way around Chelsea. There are weaknesses. Cuthbert, as we could see near the end of the half when Beth Mead went onto her, Cuthbert became a bit of a weakness, the one that they were aiming at, whereas the likes of Ericsson, solid player, Beth Mead didn't get a touch of the ball in that beginning of the half. So it's been a decent game all round. Some sloppy play from both teams. Chelsea in the final third, Arsenal in defence. Hence why we can see the 1-0 scoreline as it stands. I still wouldn't say Chelsea is sure to win this. If Chelsea get another goal, I can't see Arsenal scoring 2. I could see them maybe scoring 1 depending on the chance they can create. But 2, bit of a stretch. So some of the comments here, it's flooding in, and great to have you all interacting. And can't read all the comments out, unfortunately, but I'll try my best. So someone saying Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. I don't see that happening. Oh, and it should be mentioned as well that both teams had very decent shouts for penalties. There was one where Kerr was taken out by BT. The ball was then played by Kirby afterwards, who got a shot away, so I don't think that's actually a penalty. Whereas Arsenal's penalty claim, Cuthbert handling it during her slide tackle, I think that should have been given as a penalty. I'm not sure how the referee didn't see that. I thought it was quite obvious. So, a long way back for Arsenal now. They aren't going to have the decisions go their way. I can see Vivian Miedema's Leon post already. Do you mean that you can see her going to Leon? Because that'd be interesting. Tobin is unavailable. Tobin injured. Chelsea win 5-2. Not sure. Is Jordan Nobbs on the bench? He is on the bench, yes. Got that goal against Latvia in the 20-0 win for England the other day. Got Joe in touch. Great stream. Thanks, Joe. Contributed to this channel as well, Joe Stanley. Okay. And as it's half time, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to get some water. And we'll be back with you before the second half. Don't go anywhere. So we're back, getting ready for the second half. Not sure when it'll start exactly, but just going to go through some of your comments. It won't be easy for Arsenal to win this final. No, it won't be easy, but you know, they're playing well near the end of this first half, and probably Chelsea the most relieved to hear the half-time whistle. If Arsenal can continue like that, maybe transition a bit quicker, then there's no reason why Arsenal can't get an equaliser. They will find it difficult to get a goal, though, because they haven't even had a shot on target, so that really speaks volumes to how Chelsea have defended. When the second half starts, so usually, 15 minutes half-time break, that's usually the standard. Gay Song saying, who do you guys think will win? And I think Chelsea edge this. And eventually the chances that they do have, they will put away one. Another one, that is. So long the man take to drink little water, a must see donkey. There we go, Taja. If Chelsea scores, it's over, but Arsenal score first. It's on for young and old. Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to say, at least. If Chelsea score, then it's hard to see Arsenal getting two. Chelsea will lift the trophy. Trust Blues. Trust Blues. I think it might just be Chelsea. I don't see Arsenal not conceding again. So yeah, again, don't hesitate to get in touch. We like the interaction. It's brilliant. Love hearing what you have to say. And I guess we've got divided opinions. Some Arsenal fans, some Chelsea fans in the comments section, which is also nice to see this healthy banter and rivalry. But as it stands, is there a standout player for both teams? Probably not. I'd say for Arsenal, Zinsberger couldn't have done much more in that first half. Made some really important saves. The back two with Wubben-Moy and Beattie looks shaky for Arsenal. I don't know where Marit's been in that Arsenal defence. It's not like Chelsea have constantly attacked down the left. There have been periods, but I don't know where she has been, offensively or defensively, so I find that a bit worrying. And yeah, Chelsea have basically done what they had to do. Godwin Abbey saying London is blue. Haha. Well, we'll see who wins the Super League as well. So the votes still say Chelsea to win, 59%. And I guess that just says a lot about how the match is going as well. Arsenal could win this, but Chelsea are in the lead. When was the last time Arsenal didn't score? Very good point, Steve. Then again, it's Chelsea and they're defending resolutely. So the point is valid, but this Chelsea side are defending so well and maintaining such a great shape defensively that it's not going to be easy for Arsenal to get a goal. Like I mentioned, they've only had one shot in this whole game and that wasn't on target, so it's a bit difficult. Come on, you Gunners, we have to win this to keep Viv. Interesting point, yes. So, to keep Medemar, they have to win this trophy. Is that your reasoning? Is the Super League not enough? If they do win that, I think Chelsea will find a way to bypass Arsenal at some point. But do you think winning the Super League wouldn't be enough? And if they lose the Cup, that will swing her towards leaving? And Ronit saying Spurs is going to win this. Might have got the wrong match. And Katander saying we believe in Chelsea win. Fair enough. I think there's reason to believe Chelsea will win. They're winning 1-0, so that's good enough reason. So just to go through a bit of their run in the Cup. Chelsea's first match was against London City Lioness. They won that match 5-0. Next round, which was last 16. There we go, that's how you say it. They beat Everton 3-0. Then in the quarter-finals, beating Birmingham 4-0. Then in the semi-final, beating Man City 3-0. So not conceding a goal on their way to this final. If they concede a goal, that'll be the first goal they concede in this competition all season. So yeah, it's a bit complicated. I just joined. Are you on commentating? Yes? Nah, that's what I'm doing. Amy saying she did an interview saying she loves Arsenal but wants to keep on winning, to be on a winning team. It's fair enough. It's very honest from her to say that, but fair enough. And Oswald saying she wants to win the Champions League trophy. Chelsea are Spurs in disguise. Martin saying Miedema will score. I've not seen enough from her in this half to suggest that, but why not? She's floating around in front of that Chelsea backline. Maybe she needs to get in behind Carter and Bright. Needs to find a different way. She's crossing paths too much with little. And it's becoming complicated for Arsenal to create genuine chances. But I think Arsenal's most dangerous player every single time in that half was the player on the left. So at the beginning it was McCabe, and then near the end of the half it was Mead. So that's something they should exploit continuously. Obviously Cuthbert is looking to be the weak spot in that Chelsea defence. And they're just coming out on the pitch now, so the second half should get underway anytime soon. Just huddling around the Chelsea players for the second half, so I guess we're going to get underway any minute now. So, 45 minutes to play. If this is won in the 90, Chelsea 1-0 up as it stands. And this would mean Chelsea are on course for their third FA Cup. The whistle is gone, and I'm sure get things underway right now. There we go. So second half underway, 1-0 still to Chelsea. And instantly Kirby in the box here, trying to rig around the Arsenal defenders. Can't really get away a chance, and tries getting out to Ericsson, but Arsenal managed to just defend that cross, or avoid it from going in, more like what happened to Heath. Ericsson with the throw. Intercepted there from Manoon. And maybe Kerr was just waiting a bit too much on her heels for that ball to come in. Ericsson out to Kirby. Kirby can't keep it from going out of play for an Arsenal throw-in. Ronit's saying Spurs in the sky. I fear for Chelsea defence. I feel like it could break any time. It does look that way. I feel more for Carter out of them all. I think Bright has been impeccable in this match. Nothing wrong there. Carter has made a couple of silly mistakes, lack of concentration, and Cuthbert has just been done for pace on countless occasions, which is also worrying. But then the covering has been good enough, so yeah. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Guys, just in, weather advisory for December 9th at the Emirates. 100% chance of torrential goals and inclement refs. Red cards for McCabe and Mead. Best stay at home or travel with hankies. And BT back in possession here. Boots upfield. Tries finding McCabe in behind, but Bright manages to clear away impeccably. And Arsenal look to break here. McCabe try and get on the end of that ball. It's just a bit too heavy, the pass, and oh sorry, Little. instantly in the second half, you can see Arsenal are trying to get the ball in behind Chelsea quickly before they can place themselves. And the pass through there for Little was just a bit heavy. Carter was always covering. Made it difficult for Little to actually get a decent shot away. Excuse me. There we go. Who scored? So it was Kirby who scored in the 3rd minute of the game, early on for Arsenal. How Lauren James didn't win it? It didn't in England team as of yet. Excuse me, I'm just trying to get some technical issues sorted out. Okay, how Lauren James has not been picked for England? Yeah, apparently quite shocking. I can't give a good opinion of that, but that's what I've heard of how Lauren James has still not been called up to England is quite shocking. Maybe it'll come soon. We'll see. Now, Ingle on the ball. Chelsea keeping possession just in their own half. Patient. Ingle tries getting it upfield. Moy intercepts. Now it's back down to Moritz. To Zinsberger. And Arsenal back in possession. Which Berger is the better goalie? Good question. During this game, Zinsberger's had to make the most saves, whereas Berger, the only intervention I can recall is on crosses, so she's dealt with that as well as she can. She's not conceded, so you can't really question her on that. Look in Seb's eyes to see. Lauren James has been injured. Yeah, I see she's not on the team sheet, so must be injured. Arsenal trying to build up play here in Chelsea's half. Great pass forward. Little trying to keep the ball. Wriggling into some space. Gets the ball forward to Mead. Mead having to fight off Eriksson here. Dribbles past Carter with a great last-ditch tackle there. Any subs come on, asks Ellis. None whatsoever for the moment. And Ghost Girl saying, I think it's going to end 0-1. Looks that way, doesn't it? Very strong tackle there from BT. Chelsea managed to regain possession. No Arsenal presence in midfield. And Kirby managed to run away. Poor pass from Rutan. And Moy can clear that easily. And Mead has just drawn a foul from Eriksson. They've just shown a replay of Mead wriggling through Eriksson and Ingle, and Carter sent the wrong way but then sticks a leg out with a great sliding tackle. And Zinsberger now in possession. Okay. Mead trying to lay it off just for Miedemar in outside the box. Poor pass in the end. Now, in possession Arsenal are. In their own half. Moy. To Moritz. Reeton just trying to add a bit of pressure. And it's Walter who can't get on the end of that bouncing ball in midfield, and Chelsea look to break in behind Arsenal's high defence. We just need the equaliser, says Amy. Yes. We're on it saying Goat is going to strike soon. Chelsea have a throw in as it stands. Thanks, Stephen. Do click that like. Do click that like. Click that subscribe. We love you all. 2 goats in the field. Yes, there's some great talent on show. Come on, Chelsea, score 2 more goals. You got any reason for that, Taja? If we get the equaliser, the floodgates will open. Do you think? Okay. I wouldn't see Chelsea caving in one instance like that. Maybe, but I don't think that'd be the case. Great cross there for Chelsea, and Catley just deals with it by heading out for a corner. Good cross from Eriksson. In from deep. And Fleming applies enough pressure, and that forces Catley to put the ball out for a corner. Chelsea corner here. What formation is Arsenal playing? Well, it looks like a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-2-2-2, 4-4-2, basically like that. You've got the 4 at the back, and there's clearly 2 in midfield with Walty and Manham, and maybe Little just a bit ahead of him. Oh, good header there for Kerr. Relatively easy save for Zinsberger. Difficult header to give proper direction. So yeah, as I was mentioning about, there's 4 at the back for Arsenal, that's quite clear. There's the 2 in midfield, maybe Kim Little a bit ahead of those midfielders. There's a number 10 and number 8. Then out wide, it's Mead and McCabe, but McCabe is tucked in a bit during the game as well, and Miedema is really trying to stay central up front. Because that is my side and I want them to win. Okay, good. I don't know, I thought the specifics were 2 goals made because you bet that they'd win 3-0. That's why I was asking. Maritz on the ball. Wubben Moy. Cross to Beattie. Beattie gets it to Catley. Looking to come infield. Poor ball there, and Carter intercepts relatively easy. And Catley's challenge there is a bit of an odd one. None of the players are down. Wubben Moy. No pressure. Back to Zinsberger. To Beattie. Upfield here. To McCabe. Can't get the ball to Kim Little. Ball long from Chelsea. Can someone tell the coach to speed up play and Arsenal get a goal? I believe Arsenal playing a 4-3-3. Yeah, it seems like it, but I don't think the wide players are that high up to be considered as the front 3. Maybe a 4-5-1. I'd say. That's my interpretation. And Mead out wide to Maritz here. Can just get a decent ball in to Mead. Tries turning, loses possession. Chelsea look to break. Kerr is in the possession now. Great forward ball there to Kerr. Kerr gets there ahead of Wubben Moy. And Wubben Moy is trying to show it down on the left foot. Shot comes in. It's a goal. Probably a poor goal to concede for Arsenal. Chelsea break away and Kerr gets that goal. So I'd assume the cup is Chelsea's. Yeah, and I don't want Arsenal to get back in the game, so I want Chelsea to score 2 more goals. Yeah, well, they've got one here. Like for Arsenal did a mistake to not get Catlin, Ford and Nobbs in the game. Maybe that's what they're going to resort to now. But Wubben Moy does the right thing, tries showing Kerr onto a left foot, outwards towards goal. She gives her just a metre or two too much space and Kerr takes the shot. In the end, it's probably poor goalkeeping. I mean, considering she's had a good match since Zinsberger tries saving that with her feet. I'm guessing because she's off balance. Yeah, I would consider that not great goalkeeping there. Yeah, Steven saying it's over. Humar saying up Chelsea, Indonesia. Great to see people watching from Indonesia. And so yeah, 2-0 to Chelsea, and it's hard to see Arsenal coming back from this now, particularly given that they're still struggling to get the ball into Chelsea's final third. Arsenal so soft. They are, aren't they? The centre-back pairing really is unconvincing, particularly Wubnoy. Go big or go home, says Oswald. It's coming home. Well, it's like when they played Man City the other week in the league, and you could tell City were being dominated, but City had more possession. That being said, Chelsea just held on, didn't concede a goal, and then just opened the floodgates when getting another goal, and it looked easy for them. Now, I think Arsenal are a better side than City, but Chelsea have that capability of just continuously going at teams whenever it suits them. Who makes the goal? So it's Kerr, and that's a great pass forward from Kirby, should be noted as well. Up to Chelsea from Australia, Josh Howard. So Australians just got the goal. Kerr, my favourite. Love Chelsea from India. It's good to see some Indian viewers. And so Arsenal do look like they're preparing a substitution here. Chelsea winning the cup. Up Chelsea, says Uluwatoyin. Did I pronounce that right? Uluwatoyin. Yeah, I think so. And Manum just bringing the ball upfield to Mead here. Manum losing the ball. Seemed like no communication there. Chelsea getting the tackle in. Kirby in possession. Sees Kerr going forward. Only 2 Chelsea players in Arsenal half here. Arsenal pressing might be their undoing. It doesn't seem very well executed, does it? Reeton gets forward here to Ericsson. Ericsson manages to just get past McCabe, but McCabe managed to clear in the end. Little bouncing ball in their own half. Under pressure here from Leopold. Wrong Aussie scored, wrong team. Watching from Kenya, Chelsea favourite club. Great to see, Agnes. So Arsenal are going to make a substitution here, and I think that is the right choice. Iwabuchi's coming off, but mainly Walty is coming... Iwabuchi's coming on, but Walty is coming off, and Walty has been completely inexistent during this match. So I think that was the right call. I think either Manum or Walty, the 2 centre midfield pairings for Arsenal, could be ones that you take off. Just inexistent in this game. Little on the ball here. Dispossessed by Kirby. Kirby looking to get in on goal, keeping the ball. Ingle out to Reeton, great ball out wide. Very poor cross, but Kerr managed to get a head on it near the back post, and Arsenal regain possession, but get away with one there. What the heck, down by 2 now. Come on, they even have a Swedish manager. They do have a Swedish manager. Amy saying we need to sub Jordan in. Hopefully Chelsea comes to America to play against NWSL next year in Women's International Champions Cup. That would be interesting to see, wouldn't it? If you're starting a club, would you pick Kerr or Minamo as first pick? I'm actually... Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end this poll and make one Kerr or Miedema. Me trying to get the cross in here. There's no one in the box. Oh, it's been flagged for offside. 4 or 5 Arsenal girls being very poor. Yeah, it's been a poor showing from Arsenal. Okay, I'm asking the community and seeing what you vote for, because I think this could be a really interesting interaction. Voting Kerr or Miedema. I take Miedema, just better midfielders who pass well. Fair enough. Arsenal clearing it here, so 62 minutes gone, and Ericsson just winning that battle there with McCabe, and puts it out for a throw-in, but does really well. And Ericsson's solid. As we can see in this game, nothing is going down Chelsea's left-hand side. Maybe Arsenal are getting some joy against Cuthbert, but Ericsson's dominant. As it stands, it's 2-0, and Miedema's trying to get the ball in here. Carter does well, doesn't let her out of her sight, or even doesn't let her without from touching distance. Ingle intercepts the ball there, and Chelsea look to break. Arsenal tenacious in their pressing in Chelsea half, and they've won the ball back. Just checking other scores in the, as we have a lot of football going on today. Okay, back to this game. Arsenal putting 4 players near the last line there. It's they're really going for it now. They have to. They have to get 2 goals, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the comments. Kerr, natural scorer. Who scored the second goal? It was Sam Kerr. Am I pronouncing that right? I wish Leah Williamson wasn't injured. Kerr is so fast. Miedema, she's a goat. The ball scores. Who in NWSL could beat Chelsea? People saying Miedema, fantastic Sam Kerr, and this is getting some traction. So it's McCabe now getting the ball in, and Bright tries clearing it, comes off Cuthbert, and that goes out for an Arsenal corner. Not very reassuring defending there from Chelsea. And a difference already with Iwabuchi on the pitch, bringing the ball forward with a lot more intent. The low cross there from McCabe with a right foot, in behind Chelsea's backline, causing problems. Arsenal needs stronger defence, way too soft. Yep, that's quite clear here. And as the poll stands, it's 59% to Kerr. Okay, so the cross was a poor one, doesn't get beyond the first post. Near post, sorry. And a foul there from McCabe. That's a clear yellow card. Henry, says Steve Stalkus. Okay. Who was GOAT standing for? Not the animal. Greatest of all time? That is exactly that, correct. GOATS is an abbreviation of greatest of all time. There we go. Oswald saying Portland, Washington, OL Reign, Houston Dash, almost all teams are capable of beating Chelsea. Not bragging, last place team beat Bayern. Fair point, and it would be great to get more insight on the NWSL. I think also personal experience means that it's difficult watching those sorts of sports given the time zones. So it's a decent poll to put up. Who are we taking, Kerr or Miedema? And well, they're the two who are in the thumbnail. Chelsea free kick goes way upfield, headed on there by Kerr, and no problem there for Zinsberger. Ronit saying 3-2 Arsenal win. Ambitious. I'm thinking no one could beat Chelsea. He's still playing airball in US. Okay, now we're starting to get into some sort of banter. So Wubben Moy, upfield. Cuthbert heads it. Goes out to Manum, and really poor defensive header from Manum under no pressure, but the header goes behind her, and Chelsea could have broken away there with another chance. Unfortunately, Kerr didn't really do much with that ball. Did Chelsea make any substitutions? It doesn't look like they made a substitution whatsoever, so that will surely come about. The only substitution so far in the game is Walty coming off for Iwabuchi. Iwabuchi, formerly of Aston Villa and Bayern Munich, so experience there, the Japanese international. Now Wubben Moy in possession. Gets out wide here to McCabe, and McCabe's dropped back into a right back position. I'm guessing letting Meritz really bommel on. Kerr trying to find some space. Brings it back to Wubben Moy. And Arsenal again, statistically they have decent possession, but there's very clear lack of movement that's making it easy for Chelsea to defend. It's not air ball in the US, it's fast transition, faster counter-attacking, long balls, fast pace. then well, here the cross comes in, but no one's in the box, and Arsenal could have had a really good chance there, but no one tries getting on the end of that ball in the box. And Berger is down, injured. And just off camera, it looks like Wubben-Moy and Kirby have collided. As a gooner, I'm dying inside. I understand this is quite a painful watch for an Arsenal fan. Are you supporting Chelsea or Arsenal? I am supporting neither. I'm just watching as a neutral. The collision there for Wubben-Moy and Kirby, and that's a nasty one. Wubben-Moy doesn't control the ball properly. It's still bouncing. Kirby cuts ahead of her, and Kirby actually gets a boot to the eye, it looks like, from Wubben-Moy, and that's dangerous. But as it stands, she's holding her leg, which I find a bit weird. It's Shamim saying blue, love from India. Good, another Indian fan. We love having to see. We love hearing everyone's anecdotes, where you come from, your local teams. I've asked people what their local team is, and I tried looking them up a bit. That it's fascinating to see all around the world what football is like in different countries. So the people from India, the ones I can't remember, we've had many interactions today. Indonesia, tell me about your local team. Which team is it? What are they all about? Abdukafir saying Arsenal women have the men's team mentality, no thick skin. Yes, maybe at this moment in time, but I don't think it's. I think Chelsea are also quite good as well. So you can't. It's hard to say that about the Arsenal team. Arsenal are currently first in the league. The men aren't. Big difference there. Ronit saying I met the national women team in Australia. Oh, okay, that's quite interesting. How was that? And why did you meet the national women's team? What was happening? Were you watching them? Met them outside? We always win when we go to finals. Kirby to score last goal for Chelsea. Chelsea fan from South Africa. Another international person interacting in the chat, and we'd love to see it. Not a good weekend this. Malmo snatched the league title. AFC seems to lose the final. My ear infection won't heal. I feel okay. I'm very sorry, Gret. That does sound like a bad weekend. If you don't mind me going to the non-obvious one. Firstly, ear infection. I hope everything's okay. Secondly, you're not from Malmo. Where are you from? Is there a dislike to Malmo? Is it a rival of your team? What's the connection? Sarah May, leave you saying Arsenal family, US fan. Or US fan, sorry. Someone from the US. Great to see from all different countries. Chelsea will make a substitution on defenders. Chelsea fan from Indonesia. Minimum my all-time favourite. No good Aussie girls. Arsenal should have brought their men's team to play second half. So, as we speak, I've gone on a bit, and it's Caitlin Ford who's come on for BT. So, another Australian player on the pitch. And I missed it. Was there an injury? Because I don't think BT was the defender to take off. I'm less convinced by Wubben-Moy in this match, but anyway, that's subjective. As it stands, Chelsea have made no substitutions, and it'd be interesting to see if they do make any. And also, given that Chelsea play Juventus midweek, it'd be interesting to see if they try preserving some of the players. And Kirby in on goal here. Shot. Hits the bar. Great run from Kirby there. Ingle takes the shot. Wubben-Moy blocks it, and Zinsberger can deal with that. Great run from Kirby there. Kerr and Kirby, best duo ever. It seems like Kirby does a lot of the dirty work and puts chances on a plate for Kerr, so it's a really nice combination. Who scored? So the first goal was Kirby in the 3rd minute. Then the second goal was Sam Kerr, who put the ball in on the 56-minute mark. Lucky you to see me and meet USWNT. And Mead trying to put some pressure on Berger there. She throws it out to Eriksson, and the throw is a bit heavy. Makes it difficult for Eriksson. She doesn't give possession up cheaply, and it's out for an Arsenal throw. Every other team in Sweden dislikes Malmo. Me, myself, is from Stockholm. We have 3 teams. AIK, Hammarby and Djurgården. I hope I'm saying that right, Djurgården. My favourite is the last, so Djurgården. And I don't know a lot about Swedish football. Swedish national team are relatively good. They're not winning a World Cup, but they're a good team, and they are in the playoffs as it stands. They're in the playoffs, yes. Trying to think rightly. So I've checked that out, certainly, yes. Fun fact, Chelsea's women fans sometimes call the team Scandinavia FC. Why Harder is not playing? Is she injured? I can't say. I wouldn't know. She is on the bench, but I don't really know more about decision making. Kirby and Kerr scored. Yes, please. Our men's team would also lose today. Do you mean Arsenal? Because Arsenal are playing tomorrow. Oh, no. Sorry. You mean if the men played, they would have lost today. Okay, I get you. Long ball there, and seemed a bit too heavy for Kerr. She doesn't control the ball correctly. Moritz looks to break here. Oh, Little, sorry. She's got that left flank to go down. Great cross. And Cuthbert gets it away for a corner. Great cross there from Little. Low in behind the defence. Awkward for Cuthbert to deal with. She puts out for a corner. Harder is injured. Harder might be injured, but she's on the bench. No support from Miedema. There has been little support from Miedema, yeah. In the corner here for Arsenal. A lot higher than the other ones, but not really combative enough in the air, Arsenal, to get decent shots away. And Berger manages to catch it. And Iwabuchi getting dispossessed by Leopold. Oh, manages to keep it. McCabe, poor pass there, and Cuthbert can intercept. She puts it out for a throw-in now. Portland could play in Europe. I was also wondering where it is. Arsenal have injury problems. Yes, I love the Blues from Nigeria. Great to see Nigerian interaction as well. Arsenal must learn from this rubbish performance. Yes, absolutely. Oh, and what a great run here. Oh. A great chance there from... I'm trying to see what the number is. I can't really see who's going in on goal there. Excuse me, let me just get this up. It was Harder, yes, I thought it was. Harder runs in there. Great run. Dribbles past the Arsenal defence. Tries getting the shot away right at the keeper, and she'd hoped to have done better there as an impact sub. So Harder has come on for Kirby. Leo Wilson is injured too. Sad. Arsenal back in possession here. Yeah, so it's starting to become a bit late for Arsenal now for their comeback. Iwabuchi in possession here. She looks to have been fouled by Kerr, but play goes on. Chelsea back in possession, and Arsenal swarming around the ball, winning it back, and it's Beth Mead trying to get it forward, but intercepted by Carter. You're going to cover the women's Euros. We'll try getting onto it. The problem is, time is not our friend, but we'll try getting as many Euro games as possible. Yes, and I'll try getting Jamie on for it. Manum lose the ball really cheaply there, and Chelsea looked to break. Kerr looked maybe offside, but Catley's trying to get back. Lofted shot over 3-0. Nice chipped goal there from Kerr. I thought she was offside, but the lineswoman didn't give it, so that's basically it for Chelsea now. It's the cup is theirs. Great finish from Kerr. Yeah, it's Manoom giving the ball away in midfield there, and when you're the last midfielder, you don't want Chelsea running at you at such pace. I mean, she was swarmed around by 3 Chelsea players, so it's complicated always to get the ball out properly, but Kerr just out wide. Catley trying to run back. Zinsberg comes off a line and Kerr sees that, and it's a great finish in the end. Yeah. So 3-0 to Chelsea, and it looks like Chelsea will be the one lifting that cup in the end. It might also go to help the argument, which is who would you take over, Kerr or Miedema? So 3-0, and that helps. That looks to help Chelsea get their 3rd FA Cup. 77th minute there. I told you that Chelsea would score one more. You're right. Little out on the wing here on the right. Tries getting the cross in. Doesn't get enough height there, and it's easily intercepted. Gives the ball into Mead in the 16-yard box. A shot deflected there from Eriksson. Goes out of play. Yeah, and what can Arsenal do now? Mead to take the corner. Floated in, but no one gets on the end of it, and Harder gets the header away. Oh, sorry, that was Bright. Arsenal really trying to pile up the pressure now, but realistically, 3 goals is too much of a deficit, especially in the last 10 minutes. I look hurt. Am I an Arsenal guy? No, I'm not. I'm not. I am disappointed that Arsenal have put in this performance, so I'm not going to lie. Come on, Arsenal, lose gracefully. I think that's out the window. I think they just need to go for it now. Shocking. Just so poor it might be a day Arsenal don't score. I don't see them scoring, no. 14-3 FA Cups. Yeah, okay, we're talking historically. Arsenal have a lot more. That's just fact, isn't it? But this is a very big win for Chelsea. Unfortunately, the Gunners are down. So many valuable players would have been in a different game. Yeah, quite obviously. So Nikita Paris comes on now for Manoom, and again, like I said before, there were 2 players that could have come off, Manoom and Walty. Walty has come off now. Manoom has just come off the pitch, and she has had a shocking game. How long will the game last? So we've got 10 minutes left. 3 times 4 plus 2 is equal to 14. It is, Ronit. It is indeed. Arsenal women didn't. Today's match is historical. 100 years for women's football in England. We came prepared. Who scored the goals? So Kerr got 2 and Kirby got 1. And it looks like Paris is getting a yellow card as soon as she comes on. Well, she didn't wait, did she? And yeah, it was reckless from Kerr going in on Reeton like that. Okay. And I'm going to just an injury stoppage here. Who came off for Paris? So it was Manoom who came off for Paris. Logical substitution. Manoom was pretty dreadful in this match. Tragic match there, and I wonder what happened with Barcher. I believe serious loss from injury cost Arsenal high from Greece. Great to have someone from Greece. How long will the game last? So we've got another 9 minutes in this game to go. And cross comes in. Kerr tries getting on the end of it. The ball is whipped just a bit too towards the byline, and she doesn't keep it in. Blue is the colour. Football is our game. We are painting London blue. Why score 3? Well, why score 3 when you can score 4? I don't know if Chelsea wins. I just want Medema to score. Medema. There, I'm trying to improve my pronunciation. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, unfortunately. Don't know how many times she has to touch the ball in this game, but don't see it happening, unfortunately. Told you that Chelsea would score 3 all Arsenal fans. You did say that, Taja. You did. Now Little's in possession. She's in that midfield role alongside Iwabuchi. Oh, and Paris looks to get in here. Can Carter get the better of her? Great recovery from Carter. Paris just showing some great intent there and getting beyond that Chelsea back line, but Carter's so physical that it's difficult to get past them properly. Chelsea bought their success. Well, so Kerr scored twice, exactly. Safarana with Bina. Paris to Iwabuchi, back to Little. Sorry, I said Paris. Little Paris. Who are you going for? I'm not supporting either team. I just want to see a quality match. Mead, another poor layoff from Mead in the final, and just outside the box, and Chelsea defending that with ease. Arsenal back in their own half. And it looks Catley getting it forward now. Paris getting in behind, but Carter covering well, and Berger manages to recuperate that ball. Chelsea's song, wasn't that borrowed from the Whitecaps? Interesting. I have no idea, but I would be intrigued to know. Kerr waiting for the hat-trick. She could. She just chested down the ball incorrectly and Arsenal regained possession. Zinsberger. And it's to Ford. Back to Zinsberger. To Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy forward to Mead here. The layoff is a bit heavy for Maritz. She manages to get onto it. But Chelsea is so compact, she can't get anywhere. Carter has massively improved on her defence. She's been a rock today. At the beginning of the game there were a few errors. Oh, and looks like Kerr might be in here. Wubben-Moy manages to get a tackle in, and that forces it out wide and makes it complicated for Kerr. The flag has gone up. The flag has gone up. And it looked like she was offside. I was just waiting for the decision to be given. And Arsenal forward here out on the left. Decent chance here. Carter gets the cross away and really well. Great clearance. Now McCabe back on the ball. Could she get a cross in? Floated. And Medema just can't get her head on the ball properly. It's just a bit too high and it's out for a goal kick. And Kerr has come off Beth England, so yeah, that's gonna enrage some people who wanted her to get the hat trick right. Viv scoring a hat trick within 5 minutes, yeah, maybe. What happened to Arsenal? We beat Chelsea earlier, and even in our third goal was offside. The score was still 2-2, which is better than what we're doing today. Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it? So Leopold's coming off as well for Son Yo-Yin. Did I say that right? I'm just going to say G. There we go. And I think Leopold's is a key part to how Chelsea plays. She does like to do all the dirty work, but can bring the ball forward as well. What, 3-0? Who scored? I know Kirby. I look like I'm going to sing a song. Who knows? I might. So let's try and get a bit of a recap on the substitutions. Beth England has come on for Kerr. Ji So-Yun has come on for Leopolds. Reeton has come off and Spence taken a place, while at the same time Wubben-Moy has been taken off for Sorensen. So maybe going a bit more attacking now from Arsenal. I think Catley is tucked into the centre-back role. Had better players that day, got 4 out. And Chelsea just trying to keep it in play here. Eth England trying to keep it in, but it's out for Arsenal throw. Bit late, Dennis, lol. Brilliant. Catley on the ball now. Long ball upfield. Cuthbert manages to head it away. Ooh, and that was a really poor tackle from McCabe on Spence there. A high foot into the chest almost. Just trying to keep up with some of the scores. There we go. And a stoppage in play while Spence was just getting up. Ball forward. England manages to get a touch in the box here. It's out to Fleming. Fleming gets it to Cuthbert. Fleming again. Out wide. Arsenal compact, not letting the cross come in. And Cuthbert struggling here. Arsenal pressured, forcing her back to Bright. And Bright just boots it long and it's an Arsenal throw. 88 minutes now and Arsenal don't look like getting anything from this game. Bucci doing well, turning around Fleming there. Gets into Chelsea's half. She's going to struggle to get past her again. And a good tackle from Fleming, out for a throw-in. Kerr, player of the match. I would have given it to Cuthbert. If you don't like it, find another sport. I'm gonna ask who the player of the match is, and it's gonna be tough to choose because I don't want to put any Arsenal players in. It's a bit bad, isn't it? So. And Beth England looking to break away here. Now it's difficult to try and choose who is the player of the match because I think everyone's going to vote for Kerr. I've put Kirby in there and Zinsberger. Now I'm trying to think of other suggestions for who has been outstanding for Chelsea. I'm actually going to put Carter in now. I think she's been amazing today. So I'm asking the community now who you think the player of the match is. I think it's easy to go for Kerr because she got the 2 goals and technically got an assist. Yes. There we go. So vote now on who the player of the match is. It would have been more than 3 on it. And ball just comes in and Zinsberger deals with it very well. Arsenal's next match with Barcelona. Good luck with that. Yeah. If they play like this, it's not going to be easy, right? So, I forgot to mention, yes, there are 4 minutes of added time. We are 42 seconds in. England now trying to get it back to Ingle. Ingle releases Eriksson out wide. The cross comes in, but it's outside the box, and Arsenal recuperate. But the clearance is poor, and Ingle's back on the ball into Arsenal's final third. Gets it to Spence. Spence, a great through ball here for Fleming. Can she get the cross in for either England or Harder? Harder looks to take it. Catley defends it well, but Little leaves it, and Eriksson recuperates outside the box. Now it's G. Just roaming into that box freely. Poor defending from Arsenal there. Carter trying to get the ball in. England was offside. So who is winning? Well, it is Chelsea 3, Arsenal 0. 3 on jersey means they're scoring 3 in the game. Trivago sponsoring Chelsea. Amy, it's in the thirds. Okay, there we go. 2 minutes of added time played and another 2 to go. A drop ball here for Arsenal. Through ball in here for Miedema. And Carter just out-muscling Miedema. Makes it difficult. Miedema can't get the shot away. And she will be disappointed. It's a great run. She's onside. But Carter, quick to react, makes it difficult for her, and she can't get the shot away whatsoever. I think it is a corner for Arsenal. Arsenal has a poor defence. Yep, they do. Really do. The corner comes in here from Mead. Iwabuchi. Can she find the cross? Cuthbert's given her a little time. Cleared away from Bright. And McCabe managing to hold off Bright there. Beth Mead got space in the 16-yard box, but the ball was bouncing. G just closed her down. Deep cross from Little. McCabe can't get onto it, and it's out for the throw-in for Chelsea. Less than a minute to go. I think Chelsea are just going to waste time with a substitution here. And I don't... Oh. Okay, so Iwabuchi tries passing it to McCabe, but McCabe wasn't looking, trying to get rid of a plastic bag on the pitch, so it goes out for a Chelsea throw-in, and Chelsea are going to make the substitution here. Waste time with basically 10 seconds left. So it's Ingle who comes off, and no one now. And Ingle's been solid in this game, very solid, you know, it's been ever so present in that midfield. And the 4 minutes are up. Wondering if the referee is going to whistle anytime soon. But Emma Hayes, she knows it's done. The match is won. The cup is Chelsea's. So James is injured. That's why she is May. And it's done. Chelsea have won this season's FA Cup in a convincing way. More than convincing. I don't think you can have any faults with that outcome. A lot of you said Chelsea would get 3, and that proved to be the case. They got 3 today, 3-0 against Arsenal. The goals coming from Kirby and 2 from Kerr. Who else, right? So that's their 3rd FA Cup. Still a way to go to get to Arsenal's 14. Arsenal would have loved to add it on to that and get a 15th today, but just wasn't their day. Injuries, as many have mentioned, have cost them quite dearly, and they looked weak. They looked really weak. Defensively, really poor. They maybe gave the first goal away. The 2 other goals were reasonably well worked. Maybe the second goal, Zinsberger should do better. But yes, it's Arsenal who have won it. Apologies. I'm just going to try and get the stats up for this. So, in that match, Arsenal did have more possession. It was quite tame possession between their defence. They couldn't really get the ball upfield properly. The first half they tried playing in through the lines, 2 feet. Didn't work. Chelsea were comfortable with their defensive position. Then in the second half, they resorted more to long balls, which is how they should have gone about it originally. Excuse me. Anyway, which is how they should have gone originally, just long balls. They created some better chances in the second half, Arsenal, but they didn't have a single shot on target the whole game. That's worrying, especially with players like Miedema. They just couldn't do it. So, let's talk about possession stats. Possession, 58% to Arsenal, 42 to Chelsea. Attempts on goal, 4 for Arsenal, 12 for Chelsea. Chelsea were actually quite wasteful. They got 7 on target. Arsenal got none on target. I think a lot of those shots on target were quite tame. Made it easy for Zinsberger. There was that shot on the crossbar in the first half from Kerr as well. So this game could have been 3-0 by half time, but Kerr wasted a few opportunities. And if you look at the stats, maybe it says that Arsenal dominated, same amount of free kicks, more corners than Chelsea, a a lot more saves, a lot more attacks. It says here 104 attacks to Chelsea's 77, which makes sense, but how dangerous were those attacks? Not very. You know, Berger had a very easy day. The only thing that she could do was really just stop some crosses every now and then. And convincing from Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea in their Champions League game against Juventus, you know, leading in that group. They should get through that, no problem. Arsenal, on the other hand, in their Champions League match against Barcelona, is going to be a tough one. They're going to qualify. There's no worry about that. But I think after such a tame performance, the last thing they'd want to do is come up against the best team in the world, Barcelona. And just as we speak now, the Arsenal players are all gathered round with Eidevall. I think I'm saying it right. Probably trying to encourage them. And you've got a feel for them. It's probably not easy losing a final for anyone, but in such a fashion, it's must be demoralising. So Emma Hayes clearly happy. I mean, who wouldn't be? And this means a lot to her. Good day from Australia. Thanks, you go Gunners. Thank you, Steve. We loved having you. Goodwin saying we are the Blues and we're used to winning. Good news, make. Oswald saying NWSL, last place or mid place can beat top teams as well. Competition is very high. You won't see a big beat down on a last place team easily like 8-0. Fair point. There are some, dare I say, spanking this season in the Super League. And Steve saying as well earlier on, let's win the Super League, Gunners. Chelsea the champions saying Hoyle Heat. There are a lot of comments coming in. We've obviously got people from both sides of each team each today. Well, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, all in the comments. It's good banter. And Stevie coming up with more banter saying NWSL is now a feeder league. Oh, dangerous play. Dangerous play. I'm always proud of my Aussie girls. I love both teams, says Hoyle Heat Nat CL22. Good point, because, you know, we had Arsenal with Catley today and Ford coming on, Australian, and Kerr for Chelsea today, getting those 2 goals, the vital 2 goals. So as it stands in the poll, 73% to Kerr and 20% to Kirby. Yeah. 4% to Zinsberger and 3% to Carter. Fair enough. I think you have to go for Kerr. I was frustrated with her finishing. As many of you mentioned, that's what she does. You know, she could be wasteful with chances. That being said, you know, when you provide the 2 goals, and you provide 1 goal and you score 2 goals, it's hard to say that she's not the player of the match, right? So I think this is an easy decision that Kerr wins player of the match. So I think we're going to leave it there. I thank everyone for getting involved in the chats, in the comments. It has been a pleasure. It's a good final in the end, you know. Unfortunate for Arsenal. Great win for Chelsea. First trophy of the season. I've got more comments. London is blue. Yes, it is for the moment being. I have been Seb True for this match. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 3. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Keep in touch. And join Jack Price on the F1. I don't know if he's doing that right now or later on. We'll have to check out on the channel. So, thank you and take care. Bye-bye.